करते हैं।
चलो चलो चलो।
Hello everyone, myself Adit Kumar Sharma and today our group member presenting about the topic data flow architecture and systolic computers. Here is our group members are Roshan Kumar Gupta, Rajan Kumar Jha, myself Adit Kumar Sharma and Kunal Kumar Pathak. Now moving to the next slide. Now, the context of our PPT, like introduction of data flow architecture, batch sequential architecture, pipe filter and control architecture, systolic computers and arrays, benefit of systolic computers, characteristic, advantage and disadvantage, and conclusion and bibliography. Now moving to the next slide. Now, now coming to the introduction part of data flow. Data flow architecture is transform input data by series of computational or manipulative components into output data. It is a computer architecture which do not have a program counter and therefore the execution is unpredictable, which means behavior is undeterministic. Data flow architecture is a part of Van Neumann model of computation which consists of a single program counter, sequential execution and control flow which determines fetch execution commit order. This architecture has been successfully implemented. Data flow architecture reduces development time and can move easily between design and implementation. It has main objective is to achieve the qualities of reuse and modifiability. In the data flow architecture, the data can flow in the graph topology with cycle or in a linear structure without cycles. Now, the main objective of data flow structure is thus the approach is to achieve the qualities of reuse and modifiability. It is suitable for application that involves a well-defined series of independent data transformation or computational on orderly defined input and output, such as like compilers and business data processing applications. So there are three types of execution sequence between modules, like batch sequential pipe and filter of or non-sequential pipeline mode, and third one is process control. Now I request my team member Rajan to uh, to explain the further slide. So Roshan will continue.
Thank you, Aditya. So, so Aditya was discussed about modules about the data flow architecture. So, in this module, we learn about three modules, which is batch sequential, pipe and filter, and the process control. So, in the batch sequential, compilation was regarded as a sequential process in 1970. It is a classical data processing model in which separate programs are executed in order and the data is passed as an aggregate from an program to the next. As we can see in the uh, picture. The above diagram show the flow of batch sequential architecture and it provides simpler division on subsystem and each subsystem can be an independent program working on input data and produces output data. The main disadvantage of this architecture is that it does not provide concurrency and interactive surface. It provides high latency and low throughput. So moving further in next slide, in which I discuss pipe and filter architecture, control architecture. Here, what is meant by pipe? Pipe is a connector which passes the data from one filter to the next for the execution. Pipe is a directional stream of data implemented by a data buffer to store all the data until the next filter has time to process it. and or execute it. It transfers the data from one data source to one data sink. And here we can see that in the picture, there are many pump, filter, and sinks. Pipes are the stateless data stream. And coming into the advantage part of the pipe and filter architecture. In this, pipe filter provides concurrency and high throughput for excessive data processing, and it simplifies the system maintenance and provides reusability. It has low coupling between filters and flexibility by supporting in both sequential or parallel execution. And it has also disadvantage that it is not suitable for dynamic interaction, and it needs low common denominator for transmission of data in ASCII format. And in the right part, I discuss about control architecture. In this process, control architecture, the flow of data comes from a set of variable, which is control, and the execution is processed. This architecture decomposes the entire system into the subsystem or modules and connect them to process the instruction. Process control architecture is suitable in the embedded system like software design, where the system is manipulated by process control variable data and in the real-time system. Okay, this architecture is applicable for car cruise control and building temperature control system. Here we use pipe filter which have filter may be of two types, active filter or passive filter. In active filter derives the data flow on the pipes, and in passive filter is driven by the data flow on the pipes. Filter does not share state with other filters. They don't know the identity to upstream and downstream filters. So that's all from my side. Next slide will be presented by Rajan Kumar Shah. Thank you.
Thank you, Roshan. Now coming to systolic computer. Systolic computer is a homogeneous network of tightly coupled data processing unit called cells and nodes. The parallel input data flows through a network of hardwired processor nodes, which combine, process, merge, or sort the input data into a derived result. Each cell in the historical array is capable of performing 10 million floating point operation per second, giving the total machine a peak performance of 100 mflops or higher if additional cells are used. Next slide. Historical arrays. A historical array is an arrangement is a historical array is a homogeneous network of tightly coupled data processing unit. Now coming to diagram side, here left side, in left side during second log cycle. Here A1 is horizontal input and B is vertical input and C is diagonal input. Then output B vertical input, A horizontal input, and diagonal input is multiplication of horizontal and vertical input, addition of diagonal. Now coming to right diagram, that show this processing element, it has 3 input and 3 output. In vertical input, the output is also vertical after a clock cycle. Similarly, the horizontal input is also horizontal output at same clock cycle. Diagonal input will be added to the multiplication of horizontal and vertical input. So in this case, we can say that the delay we can say delay element will just pass the value to the next place downward to the next right side. Next slide. Now benefits of systolical array. A major benefit of systolical array is that all operand data and partial result are stored within the process array. There is no need to access external BGs, main memory or internal caches during each operation, as in the case with non-human or hard sequential machine. The sequential limit on parallel performance dictated by Amdahl's law also do not apply in the same way, because data dependence are implicitly handled by the programmable node in interconnect, and there are no sequential step in managing the highly parallel data flow. Now continue by Kunal Kumar Pathak.
Thank you, Rajan. Now coming on the characteristic advantage and disadvantages. Here are some characteristics like parallel computing, pipelinability, uh, spatial locality, modularity, and regularity. And here are some advantages of systolic array. It employs high degree of parallelism and can sustain a very high throughput. These are highly compact, robust, and efficient. Data and control flow are simple and regular. Now coming on the disadvantages of systolic array, they are highly specialized and thus are inflexible regarding the problem they can solve. These are difficult to build and these are expensive. Next slide, please. Now coming on the conclusion, by data flow, we understand that flow of data in which various operations are performed in system, computational network with disturbed data storage and disturbed arrangement of processing element so that high number of operations are carried out simultaneously. Multiple peak and minimix processing per memory access. Next, here are our biography. Thank you.